Well, good Monday morning. This morning I'm going to talk to you about what the things that you need to know in order to retire comfortably. Now, most places you go, you need at least $60,000 as a young family of four. So we can cut that back, and as aged people, leave out the medications because I don't believe that you should be on medications. I know that the majority of Americans are. There's actually like 10 prescriptions for every American alive. That's insane. That's terrible on your body. But that being said, you're going to need, say, $50,000 a year to live comfortably, to be able to enjoy some things, to get outside of your home. And so if you retire at age 60 and you live till you're 80, after 20 years at 3%, the average inflation for the year, you're going to need $1,806,111.23. So you've got to do the math on your retirement, or you're not going to retire. That math tells us that from the time we're 20 to the time we're 60, we need to save roughly $50,000 a year in order to have the roughly $2 million a year we need, or the $2 million we need after the age 60 to retire. That's a lot of money. So how are we going to do it? How are Americans going to do it without expecting the working man at that time to be paying in for them? The answer is that you're going to have to put the time and effort into your business right now, minding your business while you're going out, working your job and everything else. And that is creating smart income streams. You need to create investments and to be putting money into investments that are making you considerable profits. And you need to do that in the smartest ways possible. So you're going to have to educate yourself on taxes, on ways to invest in stocks, real estate. See, real estate, you can grow money in 4 different ways. You can make it on the purchase. You can make it on raising property values. You can make it on rehabilitating the property, okay? And you can make it on rents. Now, you could make it on a sale, but that kind of takes the place of the rent, right? One of those two. So that's a really good way to use your money. But hey, whatever you're into, and if you're not into anything, you had better get into it. That's my point here, because you're going to have to take time and effort to educate yourself and to put money into the right things. Now, a lot of you think, oh, I've got 401ks, I've got it set. Guess what? You need to take another look and educate yourself on that, because if you're not, others are taking advantage of your money. I say that because in the year 2015, the 401ks lost 0.4%. Okay. Now, over the past 5 years, the 401k has averaged 7% increase. If you deduct the 3% inflation from that, you're only at 4%, while the average S&P profited 15%. So you're doing less than half of the average if you would manage it yourself. That's twice as much money every year in your investments, which after 40 years makes a huge difference. If you would just manage that yourself, you have the time for it. You had better start putting it into your retirement. Now, we understand that with the fees and the taxes after that amount of time, your money that you're setting aside into 401k is only growing at 4% roughly for the next 20 years. If you're not putting hundreds of thousands of dollars into that 401k, you're not going to make it. So you still have to be saving nearly $50,000 a year, even if that's what's going into your 401k. So don't let that sit idle. Think about it, educate yourself, and do the hard work necessary to mind your business, to provide for yourself later in life, to be able to enjoy something besides right now. Because if you're in the mindset that I'm doing what I got to do right now, later on I'll be able to enjoy it, if you're not doing the math on it, if you're not putting the hard work and effort into it, you're not going to make it then either. So I encourage you to do that. It's really as easy as deciding to do it and putting forth the effort. Hey, have a good Monday, and I'll check in with you later.